Alright, Algebra 2, so, again on this one you could graph both of them and see what the difference is. Well, let's read the problem first. It says, which of the following sentences is true about the graphs that are written here? Either their vertices are maximums, the graphs have the same shape with different vertices, or the graphs have different shapes with different vertices, or one graph has a vertex that's a maximum, while the other one has a vertex that's a minimum. Well, a lot of these can be really easily eliminated if you just graph them on your graphing calculator. However, I would like to first this time show you how I can do it just from the equations. Because at the very beginning, and in front of this x value here, we have a positive number. Positive is going to mean that it's going to go up. So their vertices in this case are actually minimums. The vertex is a minimum. So we can get rid of this. They're not maximums. And it's not one of them is a maximum, one of them is a minimum, because they both have that same number in front. Okay, so let's see, do they have the same shape, or do they have different shapes? Well, what determines their shape? The shape is determined by the number that's in front when you're multiplying by something, because that's going to tell you whether it's narrow or wide. As, again, Miss Olson's little reminder is, if it's a fraction out front, fractions, what do we use fractions with? It's like pies or with pizzas or something like that, right? So if you eat a lot of that, makes your butt wide. So that's going to be a wide if there's a fraction out front. Whereas you can think of the numbers, regular number in front as like running, and what does running do to your butt? Makes it narrow. So it's going to be narrow. So that's a little tip and a reminder. So that number there in front, that's what tells you the shape, and they've got the same number in front. The only thing that's different is these numbers. And these numbers, when they're just being added or subtracted, just tell you the vertex locations. So we can just say they have the same shape with a different vertex. But let's check this on our graphing calculator. I'm going to type each of those equations into my little graphing calculator. Alright, so now we've graphed them and we can look at them and we can see, oh, they're the exact same shape. The only difference is that this one's over here and this one's over here, the vertices. So the graphs have the same shape with different vertices. That was really easy.